How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of new brewery up in this piece in the form of City Built Brewing. This be their Base Jumper Hazie IPA. This beer comes courtesy of my boy Ryan from Michigan. He sent off a box of some of his local favorite breweries, and there was two from this brewery in particular in there, which has me kind of, I don't know. He sent more of this than any other beer in the box, which makes me think he's a fan of this brewery. It is a Strata Motueka, Simcoe, and Cryo Mosaic hopped 7% hazy IPA. Let's crack in this sucker. Give it a pour. We're going to talk about the label. I forget to talk about labels every now and then on beers. I love label art, and I think it's probably one of the cooler label arts that I've seen in quite some time. I love the use of negative space in art. I have it on my arm. It's negative space. It's one of my favorite things, and I see that woefully underutilized in art on can designs. I can't think. I know some breweries have done it before, but the amount of negative space they use in this, in a positive sense, is very, very cool. I just like the art design. It's a little bit kind of video gamey, HUD-y, graphic, GUI kind of thing going on, but I dig it. I think it's fun. It's one of the more unique breweries, and probably one of those more smarter marketing labels that I've seen in quite some time. Let's put it this way. If you actually go back and watch my unboxing of this, Ryan's box that he sent me, I pulled out one of these beers and I said, I actually really like this label, and talked about the label, blah, 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 blah. I went to go grab another beer, pulled it off, and went, this is the same brewery. Like, it took me just viewing their labels once. When I grabbed the other beer and pulled it out, I knew exactly who the brewery is. I never heard of them before. That's smart marketing right there. Head dissipated. I mean, I talked a lot, but the head dissipated really quick on this. Not necessarily a great sign, but it has that super turbid kind of haziness everybody kind of clamors for nowadays. Khaki-colored head. Pretty uniform bubbles throughout. Seeing a couple stragglers after me kind of tossing it around. And this rich, turbid, kind of almost turkey gravy, but more like butternut squash kind of vibe to it. Let's get a nose. I mean, grapefruit skin, peachy fleshiness. I feel like there's some kind of melon involved here. This little bit of flickering greenness in the nose. I think this is going to be a relatively low bittering beer, but it's more of that kind of grapefruity, kind of stone fruity thing, kind of going back and forth. Not overly sweet on the nose. There's not a big kind of bitterness in there. Let's just kind of dive in. Cheers. That's pretty good. I was wrong about the bitterness. Definitely has some bittering going on. It's not like a 2x4 to the face, but it's definitely in there. This is a really good beer. Real good. A little bit of carbonic acid in there, but nothing too big to get my panties in a bunch. I think it actually accentuates the bittering, brings it up a little bit. This beer is probably a skosh warmer than where I want it to be. I'm guessing probably around 50 instead of 45. I like my hazies at 45. The box that I got sent by Ryan was in my fridge for hours and hours and hours. I thought it would be to temp, but it's probably just a skosh high. But I think it actually opens this beer up in a cool way. It gives that fruitiness portion of the show. There definitely is that melon component in here, a sweetened over ripened kind of melon. So you get that nice kind of pithy kind of grapefruit rindiness, with that little bit of stone fruit juiciness, and then you get a little bit of over-ripened melon characteristic that's like propped up by this kind of slightly green, more carbonic kind of bittering that works in a positive way, wrapped around a really nice mouthfeel. It's a really good hazy IPA. Drinks all the part of 7%. It doesn't come off like it's 7% drinking like 5 or 6. It drinks like a 7% IPA, if not a little bit bigger. The temperature on this being just a skosh higher might be playing in a part of that. Maybe I need to adjust the temperature I drink my IPAs at, so they impact me a little bit bigger. I don't think that's the case, though. I mean, we're talking a couple degrees here. I think this is a really solid, well-done hazy IPA. Honestly, probably one of the better ones I've had as of late, like as far as new brewery styles go, or new brewery period go. Impactful, yet drinkable, Really beautiful mouthfeel, effervescent on the fruit side of things, bittering enough and playful enough on the bittering side of things to kind of act as that kind of counterbalance. It's pretty good, man. This is pretty good. Better than pretty good. This is a fantastic IPA. Why am I holding back? I really like it. There you go. Let's talk about it. Is this one of the better Hazie IPAs I've had as late? Yes. Is it Mount Rushmore status? I don't think. Maybe. No. Maybe. Let's put it this way. There's a debate to be had. I don't think it is, but I think it's quite tasty. And that's not so much that this beer isn't worthy of that. There's just some really good ones out there, and I might put them just a skosh ahead of this one, but it's tasty nonetheless. Very tasty. Not just tasty. Valued availability, no idea. Ryan, Michigan people, let me know what's what. And leave you with, if you like what, well, you like this beer. If you like Hazie IPA, you're not afraid of a little bit of bitterness, and you like those bomb mouthfeels, this is honestly really tasty stuff. I'm curious to see what it cost and what he paid for it, because I think it's damn delicious. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed your review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of a Hazie IPA right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.